Hello Capricorn, I'm Ulrich, I'm a Lenormand card reader, and today we will do the Lenormand card reading for the month of September 2021 for the sign of Capricorn. On the table here you see 9 cards, so we will use the 9-card portrait. You can also see 4 objects here up the table, meaning we will do 4 card readings for the sign of Capricorn for the month of September. Now, from these 4 objects, you choose or you pick one that you think relates most to your personality, or you choose one you feel most comfortable with. This object of your choice, it should or it will relate the best to your current situation. If the object and the related video does not match your first choice, check the other videos that follow here. I'm sure one of the 4 will match you. The matches here represent the fire element, the stone represents the earth element, the aerosol sprayer represents the air element, and the shell represents the water element. So Capricorn, here we go for your card reading for September 2021. Hello Capricorn, and welcome to the shell or the water group for September 2021. Before we start, I want to mention that Mercury is starting going retrograde on 27 September. So meaning this, if you need to sign contracts, agreements, you need to sign an official document, please try to do so before 27 of September. Starting 27 of September up to 18 October, this is the period that Mercury is running retrograde. It's not a good time for signing documents, agreements during that period. So if you can avoid, please do so, because if you will, later on, maybe you want to get rid of the contract, you want to get out of the contract, something is wrong with the contract, you didn't interpret the contract very well. So these are all things that are happening when you sign contracts or agreements during Mercury retrograde. You will also see that if you have appointments, sometimes you're late, sometimes the people come late to you. If you expect a package, the package is late, it's not coming on time. If you want to wait on emails or letters, it will be late. So that these are all things that are happening during Mercury retrograde during the period that I mentioned before. But the most important thing is that you don't sign documents, you don't make agreements. Also, it's a wise time to avoid buying new things like electronics for your house, anything that you buy at that period. If you can avoid, please do so. So, Capricorn, we start with the reading. Your first personal card here is in the corner. It's the fox. So it means maybe some things around you are not like honest, correct happening around you. There's like an air of the fox is tricky. It's like people around you are not so honest, because this is your personal card. If that is not the case, if everything is normal, it could mean that, because there are a lot of possibilities in the card, if that is not the case, it could mean that you are very focused on your career and on your work. Since we see the mountain here, maybe this career or your career path to come in the future, in the very near future, has to do with abroad, or maybe you're thinking about starting a business or a career on the internet, because the mountain represents abroad, it represents the internet. These are here also next to it. Then you see the letter. So the letter is not a document that is like, it's not a normal letter. It's a document that actually has value. So we need to put it in the category like degrees, deeds, things that actually have value, things that you can translate in money. So an important document is on its way to you, but it might be delayed, because we see the mountain here. It might be delayed, but I think this is a very heavy document for you, because the mountain tends to make the things heavy. So the document already, this is already important in itself, but the mountain makes it more important. So this is probably an important decision that you are about to make for your career or for your environment. That is what I'm seeing here. We will go now in more details of the first 2 cards. So if there are challenges coming up to you, the fox is a very cautious card. It's smart. It does things deliberate. It works between the excuse me. It operates between dusk and dawn. So you need to be careful here, but you will be, since this is your card, you need to play the game smart. If you're in some kind of form of negotiations, or you're about to enter a new contract, you need to read the things very smart and very careful. Also your steps to work out things, but normally Capricorn is very structural. So here it's important that you keep to your structure, especially since you have the tower in the middle. The tower is about structure, organization, things that go in certain patterns. So here you need to be smart, and here you need to be calm, especially calm, and do everything according to the rules. As I said earlier, it's possible some delays are caused for reason X, Y, or Z. And these delays, they cause additional problems. Maybe it has to do with abroad, maybe it has to do with the current situation where we are in. If you need to go to abroad, because sometimes it's very difficult to travel now with the virus situation that is going around. Excuse me. So it's possible here that you misjudge the situation a little bit, and you need to make some adjustments. It's possible also that it causes you some frustration. This is possible also. But maybe the obstacle on the long run, if you play it smart, is not so difficult as you think. But anyway, be careful, tread lightly, be smart, move smart, be deliberate. That's the most things to do here also. Also, if you come in a certain situation, it's possible that you say no, actually that you give the no. But before you do so, make sure that your decision is based on enough information. Because I think here there are possibilities. There are a lot of possibilities here. Then we have the mountain and the letter on itself. So as I said, this is difficult communication or communication in abroad, and the fox is the work about abroad. Maybe you are about to enter a job. Maybe you are about to enter higher up. You get a promotion in the job with the tower. This is possible also since we have the tower here and we have the flowers next to it. So this means that there is easy communication with certain persons in a higher position. This is not like our manager, this is like the higher bosses, the people who run the company actually. And you're actually quite good in negotiation and going in your directions. But you will need to play, as I said, it's smart and very structured here. So we go back now here to the cards. The message could be delayed. As I said, maybe the message comes from abroad. It's difficult to communicate. Maybe there's a problem here that that was close around you that you never addressed. So it's like you ignored a certain problem that is close to you and you ignored it. But now you cannot ignore the elephant in the room anymore. This is possible also with this combination. The deliveries will be a little bit delayed, as what I told you. It's possible also with the fox, sometimes also it's wise not to talk too much. So you need to work things out. And if you are the communicative type of person, just better to keep silent and keep to your structure till it's the right time to talk. This is also advised here to you in the card. So you need to play it a little bit smart, because the fox, but maybe you will, but the fox is a smart card. So you need to keep quiet, calm, and talk at the right moment. Observe the documents that are in relation to you in anyhow. So be smart about that. Then we come in the second line here. We have the crossroads, the tower, and the flowers. So the crossroads and the tower, it's like, as I told you, these are your higher bosses or people in charge. This represents big corporations. If you work for the government, this could work the government also. If not so, this could be in general a big company. You yourself as a person, it could mean that you live in an apartment or a higher building. This could mean also, but it is more the simpler explanation. Anyway, decisions that you need to make, as I said, it's best you take them wisely, because here the tower makes us think about the structure that we are about to make. It's also possible that the people in charge try to dictate you certain norms, but in a way it will smooth. In the beginning, maybe they are a little bit structural and you don't know very well what choices to take, but since you have the card of renewal here, this is an easy card, this is a smooth card, everything goes smooth with this card. It's like eating candy, this one. So it's like eating candy or chocolate. So it gives a very positive effect here on this very structural thing that is hanging. So all in all, I think at the end, these people will bend. And maybe that's why before you are tended to say no, because they keep so structural. This is possible here also. I think this means also official pathways. So there's something very official going on here. In a way, this can also mean like it could be related to a court, actually, to something like that, related to a judge, a court. This is possible also. But anyway, it's very official, very high placed. If there are alternatives offered to you, maybe this company says no, or maybe you say no. It's like, this is also a card of balance. It's like you need to find the balance between the two of you. And I think eventually you will, because here there's a money document, here there's the smoothing out, and here this is actually you interact with them in public. I am assuming here for this new opportunity that is coming to you, but it will all be a little bit stiff and heavy, but eventually it will work out. It's like you wait here, you wait the decision. This is waiting out for deciding. As I said here, it's an important choice. You are the one who make the decision. They will try to impose something on you, but you are the one who says yes or no. So I told you, it's like you're hanging in the balance a little bit, like you need to decide. This is also a card of renewal. So it's possible, if this has to do with abroad or with a job, that you are not totally unfamiliar with the territory, because this is a card that comes back, it's renewed. It's like you're not totally unfamiliar with the territory. This is possible here also with these cards. The bosses are a little bit hesitant to you, you are hesitant to them. It's like, you know, it's going from left to right, but eventually it will work out. Then here we have the tower and the flowers. It's also possible that the person in charge there, it's a woman, because you see the woman here in the card. So it's possible it's a woman. It's possible it has something to do with if it's business, it could be a business that is related to fashion, beauty, maybe, but the company is fairly big. It's a big company, but it could have something to do with beauty, fashion, sweetness, things like that are related to these cards. Everything will go official. In some cases, excuse me, it can also mean art. It could be that art is involved, because this card also has an artistic sticking to it. If there are troubles in the borders and you have decided to say yes to abroad, these people will be very helpful. The structure, so if you finally agreed and you decide to go in this new city, or in this new, if it's abroad, in this new place, and there are some difficulties that need to be straightened out, that are official, these people will help you because you have the flower. So maybe in a certain day you come in a problem when you make this decision, and then there are problems and you need to contact those authorities, but they will help you. They will not let you sit there. They will help you. You will receive the documents and you will be free if there's a blockage somewhere. So in that way you can rely on them. But as I said, there is a certain distance, but they will help. This combination also, it can mean a very high position. Maybe the position offered to you is very high placed, because this combination means elite. if you are in a more simpler job, it's possible that the job is a very big step up for you. It doesn't it has nothing to do with your gender, but if it's an important step for you, the step will be quite big. It's a big step because we have the mountain there. Then we have, it's a milestone, literally a milestone here. I already mentioned the fashion thing. Structural balancing out structural problems. Maybe also when you are planning to leave, this combination means that you leave your old life behind. You leave your own your old life behind. Maybe there's some between the both of you, there's some wrong interpretation of some things, and you interpreted some things wrong, or they interpret some things wrong, and you need to contact them for smoothing out this problem. That's but I mentioned this before. It's important that you hear this with this combination. It's important that you think and that you wait quietly. You need to have confidence in the good outcome. Maybe everything, maybe it's not necessarily coming out for this month if you are in certain negotiations, but you need to wait out the process till it's the right time, till you feel it's the right time. You can say no, for instance, if there are negotiations and the negotiations are not according to your wish. It's sometimes wise to keep the legs stiff that to get your way. But it's possible also that they try to flatter you up a little bit to convince you, or you flatter them up a little bit, because we have that card there, and that's a nice card. Then we have the last line here. We have the birds and the child. If there is a child involved in your life, it's possible that the child is acting a little bit nervous, stressed for the moment. Maybe there's some certain things that are about to change, maybe because of these changes, and the children feel a little bit stressed about this. If that is not the case, there are no children involved, it might be you that are stressed because of the new beginnings, because the child represents new beginning, something new that we do. We are innocent in the field, we are innocent with these new structures, so it can bring us some tension, it can bring us some nerves, because we need to discuss, we don't exactly know where we are, we don't know where we are going. It can all be a little bit chaotic. You try a little bit everything to give it a certain structure. Then we have the child and the garden here. If you eventually end up there, I think also for now, you will be confronted with a lot of new people around. It's possible that you interact with new social groups, maybe on the internet. You interact with people. You interact with new people that you didn't talk to before. Maybe new groups where you interact with. Maybe regarding these changes that are happening in your life. If you have a child, then this list literally means kindergarten. Sometimes maybe this sometimes also represents a small company. Maybe now you have your own business and you're thinking about changes. You're thinking about changes. Maybe this small business is connected to a bigger business. This is possible here also. Maybe for now, because you come in certain positions that you've not have been before. Maybe you were more independent before. Now you need to bend a little bit, and you have a feeling that you don't feel as strong as before. Like you feel, I would say, use the word weaker, but it's not exactly weaker. You don't feel so confident. I would put it like that. Then we have the fox, the crossroads, and the birds here in the vertical. You are cautious, as we saw early. These are the deliberations again. you are able here to make very smart decisions if you take your time. Maybe here also you are suspicious about certain options. We already saw that before because the fox is suspicious. You need to hear, it's important, again, as I said it, that you choose what is best for yourself, not for others. You need to think about yourself. You need to be a little bit selfish, because I think this is important. But I think this is, you are not unfamiliar, because the tower is here. It's like something that comes out of the past is coming back to you. So you're not unfamiliar, but still it's a big decision. You will weigh the risks here, the pros and the cons. You will best make decisions without considering others here. For your self-interest, you need to go your own way, and some things will, if you make that decision, some things will disappear out of your life. Here, then again, the birds, sometimes they are nervous. So if we are very nervous, we don't have all the facts. Sometimes we are indecisive. There's a lot of communication with the internet. You explore social media here. There are a lot of communication discussions going on here. Sometimes also you will have like a very clear point of view what you want. This is what it means also. Sometimes if we think, the birds can give us a very clear point of view. Sometimes you feel where it needs to go. It's possible that these people in generally, this person where you have these structural discussions with is older, is already in a very matured age. This is possible here also. But this is the highest up in chain. It's possible that you meet that person. Don't move too fast here again. We see here. Here also, this combination can mean you are placed in front of a decision, and at first you are startled off with this. You think this is not going the way I want it. But then actually after, it turns out that the whole thing is actually positive, especially with the fox here. Something is pending here, you overthink a lot. Eventually, if you're smart, it will work as you want. You are nervous about your decision. In the beginning, you will be all over the place because you don't have all the information, but you need to focus. Then the second vertical line here, we have the mountain and the tower. These are two heavy structural cards. It's possible also with the job that you are to enter. It brings a certain form of being alone. I would almost say loneliness, but it's more like being alone. It's possible that this is your choice, maybe for certain reasons or for certain things in your life. You need to be alone. Maybe you need to think. That's why you choose like being more alone to clear your head here. Here also, this could literally mean that you block a document because you don't agree with it. In a way, this means that if you make this decision, these two cards, that if you make the decision to go abroad, you could be for a very long time there, because these are two slow cards. This could mean if you make this decision that you are for many years in abroad or in another city. But as I said, you're not unfamiliar totally with this place. I think in a way you have been there before. Maybe you have been there on a holiday. Maybe you have been there with your parents. It's like the place is not totally unfamiliar, especially when we have the child here. So I think you have been there. It's somehow connected to your childhood. You will breathe the fresh air here. And you will come out on top if you play it smart and innocent. Then we have the tower and the child. It's possible also, I didn't mention that, but I'm thinking about this now here. If you're an educator, or a person who is in the educating field. It's possible also that this represents a university or a school in abroad. This is possible also, and that would make the connection with the children here possible also, not necessarily young children, but meaning people who are younger. This is possible because these children, as you see the tower here, have already a certain structure. This could be like a high place school, this could be a university, private school. You will set certain boundaries. You will need to set up certain boundaries, boundaries you didn't need before. You will need to implement now because some things in this area will be new. So you will need to set up certain boundaries because you're unfamiliar in the field, and maybe because of your job, maybe you come higher up and you need to set certain boundaries now that you need to implement. Maybe you're a little bit innocent in that field, but you will need to do so. Then we have strict only child set borders. Then we come in the third line here. We have the letter, the bouquet, and the garden. This is actually a very beautiful line for the future. If you take this step, both parties will communicate gratitude with each other. They will be grateful for each other, even though there is a little bit of distance. This actually means a letter of congratulations. Somebody is congratulating for something. If you're recently graduated, it's possible also that you make a very big decision for already moving abroad, and the position that you're offered is very high. That is possible here also. There's a lot of possibilities in the card, and this is a broad card reading, so I mentioned some things here also. So this literally means that you get, maybe if you go to this place, you get a lot of invitation there from people. Also, there's some nice, if you're a man, there's some nice women there, maybe women who are fairly well educated. If you are a woman, the same can apply. These people that you come in contact with are fairly educated. You will, I said already that there is a gratitude here. There is a lot of communication in this new circle of friends. They appreciate you, you appreciate them. This is all for the future. There will be a lot of public meetings here, public events. There could be literally flowers in the garden, because this is what it means also. You feel very welcome in this culture. You can easily adjust. There's even the invitation is very official invitation, because the letter is there. It's a very official welcome. It's possible also that this is lobbying also. If you are in another kind of business, this represents lobbying also, politically lobbying. And then we come in the fox, the tower, and the garden. As I said, in the beginning, it's important, and for now, it's important. There's suspicion here. There's suspicion about structures. So you need to take your time to observe. I want to mention this here also. There might be some secrets hanging, things that are not clear for you. This means old secrets. So something is there. This is legal work. Maybe it has to do with migration documents. If not, it's documents related to the government. You need to take care of yourself. You will be more lonely. You will adapt to this new world that brings more being alone. Also, here there's a form of self-pride, and maybe you achieve something very important in your life. There's some self-pride here. This could mean, as I mentioned, the lobbying here earlier. It's possible also that politics is involved with the business here. This is possible also. This is actually the actual moving. We see the moving here. This could mean represent a train station, a place where you are going. Republic, you stay alone. Then we go to the last. This is the letter, the tower, and the birds. Here we have, so this is official news. I already mentioned legal documents, building permits, even. You talk to yourself here a lot for exactly knowing where you are, maybe for settling your mind. Then we have, there's a distance here, the stress, we already mentioned that. Yeah, this is all for you, Capricorn, for the month of September 2021. I hope you are happy with this card reading. If you do, please subscribe to my channel. If this reading don't fit you, please check the other 3 card readings. Thank you for watching and see you maybe next time. Bye-bye for now. Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to the Aerosol or the air group for the month of September 2021. Before we start, I want to mention that starting 27 September, Mercury is starting retrograde, meaning it's not a wise idea to sign contracts, agreements, arrangements, official documents you need to sign. If you do so, you will see maybe later on, this was not such a wise decision, maybe something wrong with the document itself, or you yourself, you want to get out of the agreement or the arrangements. This is a period that starts on 27 September and ends on 18 of October. You will also see there is delays if you're expecting some mail or some post packages or some documents need to come to you. These documents would be delayed. You will see also in the media that there's some news that is coming to us that is not always 100% correct. Sometimes the news is like the information is incorrect that comes to us. But all in all, the most important things is that you try to avoid signing documents. If you are obligated in some way and you have no choice than signing the document, double and triple check the fine print. It's very important if you do so, because this is a confusing period at that moment. Our brain has tend to work a little bit slower. So you need to pay very much attention to the details here if you are obligated to sign a contract, but I advise you not to do so. So we start here now with the reading. The first card that we see here is the Cid. So it means something new is about to initiate. This card means the beginning or the ending of something, and the card is on your person. So it means that you are finished with a certain circle of your life, that you finished off, you cut off a certain period, and you're about to start something new. These 2 cards literally mean there's an end of a cycle, and your path, the path where you're going in your life, this is the path of your life, and we have the tower here also, so both cards are here. So this is the path of life. You closed a certain part of your life off, and you're ready about to enter something new, and this could be the path of your life, the place where you need to go or where you need to be. So we go in more details now. We see here the decision that you will take. Also, if you need to take certain decisions, these decisions will not only be based on structure, but they will also be partly emotional. You will, it's like you here also, we can have a growth of conscious. We are becoming aware of something in our life. Maybe because this circle is ended. It's possible because the moon is the card of creativity. It's possible also that you discover some talents of yourself that you didn't know you have, or you suddenly now want to use for your new approach in life or your new career path. Mostly this could be a little bit a harsh decision, but since the moon is here, the moon tends to soften things up a little bit. So the decision might look hard, but if in the end, it will go quite smoothly because the moon has a way to smoothen things up for getting where you want to go. The emotions sometimes will be a little bit fluctuating. Also at this time, maybe before, you complained to yourself or to people around you. This is possible also, but you will stop with this. You will end this and you will go your path. This is possible also with this combination. In a way, in another way, it's possible that you come out of a hurtful situation, or that this new initiative that you are about to take, it comes with some hurt. I don't mean physical pain, but there would be some hurting involved here. Something, maybe emotional hurt here, that is involved here. Also, you will see, maybe because your mind is working very strongly about these new things, this new path that you're about to enter, you will need more rest because there's a lot of going on in your head. So if you feel like rest, don't be too harsh on yourself. Take your rest because you need to adjust to all these new changes that are going on in your life. You deserve the rest also because the changes that you are about to enter or you entered already are really heavy. So it's not a shame here to sleep. It's because you need to. Don't be too hard on yourself. Then we have the moon and the cross here itself. We have the emotional pain. You are showed how something hurts you, or you show others that something hurts you. In some cases also it means there is a strong connection to religion or to spirituality or to things that we believe in. There's a strong connection with it. Maybe we get some wisdom out of it. Maybe we get some creativity out of it. Maybe it was part of our childhood, this religion, and in a way we get some creative. It's like it's intertwined in it here, this combination. There's a certain ideology here also connected. You will keep more quiet even if this new situation brings you some form of suffering. You will be quiet about it. You will not moan about it. You will keep quiet and you will just accept the situation as it is. Then we go in the second line. We see the coffin here. The coffin is the card of ends, but an end is never an end totally. It means this is a transformation. Something ends. We saw the end of the cycle here already, but this card actually points also to strong transformation. Something is transforming very serious in your life. There's I told you here you need the rest, and here we see the transformation again. So we see heavy cards here. So there is a need for rest because of all these transformations happening in your life. I want to mention here also, if you are in some form of relationship or if you are married, this is not the ideal combination for a relationship. In many cases, this means that there is a serious transformation in the relationship. Something is changing permanently because the coffin changes things permanently and brings them in another form. So it's possible that this relationship that you have or a marriage, even it's transforming in a total other way. In some cases, even it could meaning an end of a marriage or a relationship. In some cases also this could represent a widower, maybe something coming in your life and you become a widower or a widow. So this is possible also. Maybe that is related also to the emotions that we saw there, because I need to read the cards from a perspective of business and emotion. So I need to do both here. And it's difficult to apply everything here. So both are possible here. So we saw here the changes. There's being alone. It's possible also, if not, there's no divorce, there's a natural end. The person is parting of us. Maybe an older person is going away from us. Maybe there's a natural death here. This is possible also with this combination. I know card readers don't like to talk about it, but I'm reading here as I'm saying it. It's possible. If it's not a physical death of somebody, something seriously is transforming in your environment. I know card readers don't like to talk about it, but I mention it here anyway. Here, it's also possible, if this natural end is coming, something new is coming to you. A new form of relationship is coming to you. And I would say this person that comes in your life, he might be a little bit older because the tower is older. And also, this person is not unfamiliar to you, because the tower, it's like a place where we, or a person who we have been in contact with before. We are not unfamiliar with this person or with this territory. So if there's an initiation for if there's an end and there is an initiation for something new, this situation or this person will not be unfamiliar for you. It's like there's an encounter, there's been a contact already before, I can see here. Also, this means if you would personally feel a little bit under the weather for some reason, maybe you have a lot of stress, a lot of changes going on, you need to trust, maybe you are a little bit untrustworthy regarding your healers or your doctors. You need to have confidence in them a little bit. Maybe you don't have confidence in them, but you need to have confidence in what these people tell you. This is good, what it means also. Of course, if this confidence is based on the right knowledge, of course, we need to be sure also if you are working with some kind of charlatan, you need to be careful. But I mean, if this person is serious to you, you need to have confidence in what he's saying to you. There's a grief here going on because maybe this something ended in your life. Then we have the ring and the tower in itself. We already mentioned this. It's possible also after this transformation and on the business front again, this might point to a contract. This is the highest authority in that company. It could be the government, it could be an official institution. If not, it's a very big company because the tower is big, it's high, so it overlooks. So it's possible that you make some kind of form of contract with these people, but remember what I mentioned in the beginning of the video. So it's possible that you are about to negotiate because the ring negotiates sometimes. And you're thinking about that. Sometimes the ring, it has difficulties to decide. Certainly if you come out of a difficult emotional situation, it might be difficult to make decisions now regarding new jobs or regarding new relationships, which is normal. But the ring is round and the tower comes back. So it's all a process. It's a slow process here that is going on. But I think it's easy for you because there is familiarity here with this business or this person. You will also feel that you're not in the position now to make promises to these people. If you want to make a promise, you want to be sure that your words are that you are honest with them. You want to fulfill if you make promises, so you will make none. You will make no promises, but if you do so, you will go for it. This is what it says also. It's possible also in certain aspects of these arrangements or disagreements, you say straight to the point, no. For some agreements, you will say no here in this agreement. If this is on the relationship front, I don't say that the relationship is not possible, but for some aspects in the relationship, you will keep distance. You will say no. There are certain things in the relationship maybe you don't agree with, but it doesn't mean that the relationship cannot happen. It's like the tower is distant. So it's like you want to keep, or they want to keep a certain distance. So it's all a process going on here for you. So this is a commitment. If you are already in a job, let's assume we're gonna see it now from that point of view, from that perspective. This could mean like the old boys club. If you are already settled, this is a group of people that are settled. Or maybe you become part of the old boys club. If you are a woman, it's possible that you come in certain societies that exclusively for women. Here, this is possible. Then we have the third line. We have the tree, the clouds, and the fish. The fish is a very nice card to end. The fish is abundance, it's money. This is money out of structure. I'm going ahead of things. This is a very nice card. So it means here, maybe because I mentioned it before already if you feel a little bit under the weather, it's possible because you have the clouds here, and maybe you think too much and it has an impact on your health. So you should advise your trusted physician there, or people that you trust. If you're not well off with traditional medication, you can also go to the homeopathy front, or you can combine the both. If you are not well off, you can implement the both approaches here. So you're thinking about that, you're thinking about your health, maybe you feel a little bit stressed, things are not very clear for you. But here there is a substantial increase here in health possible, and also an increase in money. There are possibilities here for making more money. There might be some confusion connected to it, but in a way you have the abilities here to make more money. Maybe it's connected to this new job there, but there's a substantial possibility here for making more money. This is where you need to be. This is the path where you need to go. This is how it's meant to be. So if all this confusion will clear up, you will have opportunities to bring yourself in a better financial situation, but you need to work it out all in a very structured way. Then we go in the verticals here. We have the sit, the coffin, and the tree. So this, as we said before, this is a new period that is coming. After this period of transformation, you will initiate in something new, and you will find roots, because the tree is roots. You will find like a process of slow growth. As I said, out of a transformation comes something new. So you will literally grow new roots. It's a very slow process this year. I'm not sure will be ended by the end of the month, because this is an ongoing process. But you will find some things apply on you immediately, and some things will apply for you in the near future. Here also they tell you the cards tell you here to take care of your health because of the stress here. Take care of yourself, eat well, eat healthy. This is also mentioned here for you. If you are nervous, try to be, even if it's difficult for you to be patient, try to be patient here, try to balance out. I know maybe it's difficult sometimes, maybe you're waiting already a long time on something and you cannot wait anymore, but this line here advises you to be patient. Maybe your patient is wearing thin. If somebody passed away recently out of your circle, it's possible also, because this can represent money we receive from somebody who is deceased, literally an inheritance. So some money would be possibly coming to us here. Maybe this is what the stress is about. For some of us here, this is another realm I'm going now. Some of you will not follow this or are unwilling to follow this, but it's possible also in a way that you still feel contact with this person. It's not imagined, it's real. If somebody passed away, sometimes we can still feel the presence of that person. So this is possible here also with this combination. It's maybe because of something valuable is lost in your life, you're spiritually growing. For people who are not into that, if you want or not, sometimes we go in certain evolutions of our life, we evolve. So this can point to an evolution spiritually or an evolution in your life, whatever suits you best. Also, be careful here with family members that everything is honestly done. If some money is involved, you need to be very observative that everything here happens in a correct way. Be aware, be on the top of your toes, don't be lenient. If something in your life is bothering you already for a very long time, this sometimes also can point it's the time for letting it go. I am not saying that you need to let the financial side go. I'm not saying if there's a financial side connected here to it, things need to be worked out in a structure because you have the structure there. You can. But if some people in your environment are putting pressure on you and your patience is wearing thin of them and you keep holding on, maybe it's the time for letting go. This is what this combination also means. Then we have the moon, the ring, and the clouds. This is a nice combination for relationships, for harmony, for creativity. If you are in the creative field, this is a very good combination for being creative, for being creative in the job, for being creative in the field that we work in here. There's a lot of going on in your mind. Maybe this whole situation where you are involved in, it's possible that some creative side of you is unlocked. Even though it's heavy on you, in a way, it gives you a different perspective and it brings you in contact with another side of yourself. Because this could mean creativity also. There's like an important connection here. There's a connection with your mind and with the creativity. There's like you want to find the balance there. And also you are aware that this is happening, that this opening of we saw earlier here, you know why. You know why this is happening. You know why you see things clearly and that your creative side is more expanding. You know why. There might be a heavy component to it or a darker component, but in a way it's very creative. Then we have the ring in the fish on itself. This is if you are in some form of relationship, if nobody, even if there's a transformation, even if somebody passed away, this card combination, these two on its own, mean that there comes money out of a certain relationship. It can come out of the creativity, it can come out of previous relationship, it can come on somebody who passed away. So these are all possibilities here. I mentioned several angles because this is a broad reading here. So these are all possibilities here. This is literally some money who is coming to you. It's also possible here that some of these arrangements are non-financial. You make some agreements, you agree with some things, and some of them will be not financially like that. Then we have the cross and the tower here. This is yeah, we saw already there's uncertainty. You have some doubts in the authorities. Sometimes also this could mean legal problems, that something legally is coming to you. We saw that earlier. You will separate yourself if things are not clear. If you think that things are a little bit fishy or tricky, you will separate yourself for getting a better overview over the situation. If you keep distance, you will have more clarity. This is also what is mentioned in this combination. So you have the possibilities here to see things clear if you take your distance, if you keep your distance and you are a little bit patient in the whole thing, even your patience is wearing thin. You are able here to keep the full control if you want to. I'm not saying this will come maybe sometimes with some time being alone, but maybe this is necessary. Maybe it's necessary for after being more, it's like maybe some cleansing going on here, since we have the fish here also. So it's possible in that way also. Maybe it's like a period of yourself, you need to set your mind like that. Then we come on the cross. We have the sit, the ring, and the fish. So this could mean that there's something initiated new with a contract. There's money involved in the contract, but we already saw these things before. Some strong negotiations going on here. We already saw that. I'm just thinking if I can add something more here. You will take stock what this relationship really meant to you and what it's gonna mean to you. If there's certain benefits, you are able to reap those benefits in the future in a financial way also. So this can come to you because the money card is the last card. So if you keep everything structured, there's money possible coming to you. You will make stocks. There's possible also here that you need to take some, if it's related to business, that you need to take certain risks. You need to take certain risks. But my advice to you here is like you take calculated guesses. If you do a risk, you probably have experience in the field. If not so, just make calculated guesses. Use the experience that you have or inform yourself, but it's better here to make a calculated, because the tower it's founded. So you best to make calculated guesses here. If you need to take a certain risk in business, or a certain, if you need to make a certain decisions related to relationships, be wise about it. Be wise, because the tower has also a form of maturity, wisdom. So just be wise what you're doing there. It's like this combination, it tells you not to be not to experiment, but sometimes in business, I'm aware you need to take business decisions. So it's best here, if you do so, that you take the calculated guess, as I mentioned earlier. Then we have the ring here and the fish. This is very good for money. Money is coming to you, contracts that involve money, but you need to calculate the whole thing. Then we have the cross and the ring. This is like the situation that you come in now or in the near future. It's like it's meant to be. The cross is something meant to be. It's a path we need to take. So if we come in a relationship or in a contract in the future, it's like it's destined to be. Everything will be a little bit cold in the beginning, but it's like destined to be. It can be on the relationship front, it can be on the business front, but this is the combination of that. It's like it's meant to be there. It can be a little bit this business relationship, of this relationship. In some cases, it can feel at some points a little bit burdened, but it's also committed. It's very committed, this relationship. You will endure it, even though it's not easy, you will endure it. It's possible also that for some reason, this relationship connects you both because of the same problems before. So it's possible that you both have similar problems, or out of the past, you had similar problems. So that's maybe the connection between the contract or between the two of you. It's like both the company or your partner and you, we give both angles here, are struggling with the same problems because we experienced the same thing in the past. As I said also earlier, sometimes things come back with the tower. We are not totally unfamiliar with the territory. And then we have the ring and the tree. This is like you make a commitment on your health. So you need to take care of yourself. I mentioned that also, take sufficient vitamins, take sufficient health foods, take care of your body, because this is our health. So it tells you here to take care of your health, make an agreement with your body to keep it in a healthy condition. If you're feeling a little bit under the weather, take care of your body, because our body is our vehicle. We cannot function without it. So Capricorn, for the air group, this is all for this month. I hope you enjoyed this card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for doing so. If this card reading don't fit you at all, just check the other 3 card readings also available here in this video. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye for now. Thank you. Hello Capricorn, and welcome to the Stone Group for this month, September 2021. Before we start, I want to mention that starting 27th of September, Mercury is going retrograde, meaning it's not a good time for signing contracts, agreements, new arrangements that we make, that we need to sign officially. So it's not a good time to place your autograph at that time. If you do so, maybe later on you want to get out of the contract, you want to finish it and you cannot get out anymore, or there's something wrong with the contract, you didn't read the fine print very well. So this time, 27 September until 18 October, is not a very wise time for signing contracts. You will also see there's some delays. If you go somewhere, people are coming later to you, you are delayed yourself. If you receive a package, the package will be too late. Messages that you receive are too late. This is all because our mind is working a little bit slower at that time. If you, for some reason, are obligated to sign the contract and there is no choice, it happens, double, triple read the fine print. That's what I'm telling you. Just be very careful, because mostly afterwards there are problems popping up that we did not foresee. So coming back to the card reading here now, we see the first card here. This is your personal card, is the mice. Maybe you feel a little bit like literally stalled now. You're a little bit on the slow side. It's possible also that you feel less energetic, because the mice tend to nibble a little bit on our energy. So it's possible that you feel a little bit less energetic for now. So this is the card. Maybe something is going on here. There's something in your life that has a certain impact on you. There's a transformance going on in your life, because we see the last card here is the coffin. So I'm assuming something there psychologically and physically is going on in your life. So coming back to the reading, we have the mice and we see next to it the snake. It's possible, as I said, that you feel less energetic. Maybe you feel less motivation. Maybe there's some problems here in your life going on. Maybe some of these problems are quite complex, because the snake is a very complex and complex card. So maybe there's some complex things in your life going on in your life. You might have the feeling that something is going in the wrong direction. You literally can feel that maybe sometimes. It's possible also some people in your environment are not totally honest to you. They literally lie to you. It's possible that since the man is there, that is related to a man, that a man is telling lies to you. It's possible also that a woman is telling lies to a man, depending on your personal situation. But since both are here, man and the woman, this laying is also specifically about relationships. And we see the book here in the middle, but we will go later into that. It means in the relationship, not everything is honestly displayed. There are literally secrets in the relationships. But now we will continue here with this. So as I said here, there's lies spread around you. It's possible that there, in a way, in some extreme ways, there's some corruption going on around you. It's possible that some man or some woman is not totally honest with you. They are in a way manipulating, corrupting things. So this is what is possibly going on here in your life also. So we need to be with the snake. It's literally wise that we take a cautious approach. We need to wait things out, because the snake is waiting. The snake is waiting. It's a patient, a card. So you need to wait out things, observe things till it's the right time to move. Especially if you have less energy now, maybe it's the right time to wait out the problem related to another person, to a man or to a woman. So this is very wise to do this now. If I see this there are two ways to see it. If this is connected to the relationship and I interpret this on the man, this represents a man that is very smart. This man has intelligence. This man is an intellectual. He knows what he's doing. He knows how he's moving. In a way, there's a passionate element to him. And also there's an element of freedom in him. Because sometimes the snake wants to make us free. It liberates us in a way. So this man, he wants a certain form of freedom here. The snake makes us turn away from things. So it's possible that this man turns away from you or from a certain situation that is created in his life or in her life. So this is what we see here also. Now that we are focused on the snake, I want to mention here, the snake always means triangles. Triangles in business, in relationship, but since the woman in here, it's probably about relationship. So it means there are more than two parties involved in the whole situation. It means that this man or this woman, but it's closest to the man here, that probably this man is involved in another relationship. That is what we need to assume here. It's difficult to get to know the real facts of this because we have the book here, and the two are keeping secrets from each other. So both of them keeping secrets towards another, but here there's something secretive going on. There is silence here. The book keeps silence and the snake keeps silence. So maybe there's awareness that this whole thing is going on, but in another way, there's a silence about it. One kept silent and secret about it. This man is very focused, coming back here, very motivated. He knows what he wants. He's careful what he's doing. He's strong-willed. As I said, there's an element of freedom here. He wants to go his own way, and probably he will go his own way. Then we come in the second line here. We have the garden and the book. It's possible here that things that were secret are exposed from us in public. They become public because the garden here is the public, things that happen in public, and the book is secret. So it's like something publicly is about to come out, or it can come out. Maybe some of the secrets that you have towards each other will maybe publicly. Probably there's a strong emotional load attached to it. Something comes out suddenly, and it's not only a structural that things come about, but also there's a structural like an emotion, a strong emotional load here that is connected to it. Secrets will be exposed. This also again points on that both partners have they are smart. Both partners are smart. They're intelligent. The book is here, so there means both partners have a form of wisdom. They have some form of intellect. Also, it's possible that these people share their secrets with others, but not to each other. This is what we see here also. Or if you are in a job, you're very advanced in your job. It's possible that you belong to a certain group of the elite. If not, you're very educated in the field that you work in. This is what it points here also. People around you know that you are very aware the things that you are doing, that you are very erudite, that you are a person who know what you are talking about, and this applies on both partners. Also, you're not shy about communicating about the things that you know. You can bring it easy in the open. Then we have the book and the moon on itself. If you are partly also into business, if you have a business, this could also mean that a part of your income will be undeclared. So you will keep secret money away. You like you don't declare everything official to the government. This is what it means also. Again, here the secrets are here. It's possible also that these people, since the moon is here and the moon is the mind, it's possible that these people have a high intellectual level. Maybe they studied psychology or something that has to do with humanity in general, philosophy. This is all possible here with these combinations. If not, these persons have a they are very aware how other people act and react. If you're still studying, if you're in another part, I want to mention this also because there's a lot of possibilities here. It's possible that you educate yourself at night, like literally night school here, or you study about the unconscious, as I already mentioned earlier. If you are studying for become a teacher in that field, this is also a possibility. Here we have here that there's a transformation going on here for becoming a teacher in the field that you are studying. Also, if you're in the creative field, because the moon is very creative, and it softens things up, it's possible that writing is also possible here. This is the public, this is the book, and this is the creativity. So you can make the link yourself. This is like a very this is a creative, very creative person, and maybe he puts his creative mind literally in the book, since it's the central card. Or maybe you're writing something about your personal experience in a book that you maybe later on a later date will publish when it's the right time. Maybe you keep it under your head for now. Emotional and intelligence. These people have read a lot and still read a lot. They keep up with the field that they are working in. The woman there, then if we come to the woman, if the woman in this relationship, this is a very strong person. This woman has a very strong personality. I would point her, she's somewhere like a manager, a person in charge. If she has children, she will have a strong mother love. If she don't have children, she will have a strong passion for her job. She might take care of her health and the people around her also, especially. She's conscious about her health. She needs some certain field in her life where she controls things. If she's not a manager, there are some fields in her life that she wants to control, that she wants to be dominant in. She's also competent in the field that she's working in. She might apply soft and smooth, but in a way, this is a strong person. She appears feminine and going along, but in a way, this is a very strong person. This person knows what he wants. This person is psychologically very, very aware of their abilities. As we said earlier, this is probably about a relationship. We're coming back to that now. Here, this is literally then the woman, she sees this current situation as a warning for divorce. She gives the warning or she receives the warning. This is like a warning for a coming divorce, for a possible breakup in the future. This is possible here. Maybe in a way, this person suffers about the whole relationship or the situation which she is in. It's like she's transforming. She's coming in another way here in another part of her life. Maybe that's why both of the parties might be feeling a little bit less energetic. Something is going on here. There's a lot of, here this person suppresses also a little bit the current situation. Then we come in the vertical lines here. We have the mice, the garden, and the bear. It's possible that you want to appear less in public. Maybe, as I said, you feel less energetic and you feel that you want to have less contact with people, with groups that you are in before. Maybe you are closely connected to your job and to the intellectual group or the work group that you are working, that you are connected with. But it's possible now that you feel less energy. It's like some of the energy that you had before you don't have, maybe because of relational problems, maybe because of other problems. You feel, it's like you feel less energetic here. You are a little bit scared to present yourself in public for now, even though you have a strong personality. Maybe you don't want to. Maybe you don't want to. If you're invited to parties, maybe you decline. You decline here also. If we have certain networks that we are communicating in, we need to be aware that these will not have a negative effect on us. So if you post something online or you put something on social media, be careful what you post there, that it's not working against you afterwards. This is also what I'm seeing here. Be careful, because some people might use things, public things that you post like innocent, in an innocent way, but this innocence is used against you afterward. So just be careful about this one here also. Don't be too open. Maybe it's wise not to share some things here in your life. Sometimes it's better we don't share everything, even if we are, even if we want to. Sometimes it's better not to. Then we have the bear in the garden on itself. You yourself, if you are some form of educator, the people around you, you will have a strong influence on them. If you are a manager, you have a strong influence on these people, even though you feel a little bit less energetic now, but still you have a very strong influence here on the people around you. A positive thing about this combination, also an additional positive things here, if you buy a lottery ticket, probably you could have a better chance here to win something here. You will present yourself as a strong person. The social, social network is very strong, but as I said, be careful with the mice there, what you post, because probably you have very powerful public relationships, or it's very closely to the field where you are, or you post a lot, but be careful what you post online. Then we come in the second line here. We have the snake and the book. This is mean that you don't reveal everything. You keep secrets. You're strong-willed about your secrets. It's possible also that you know some things and you turn away from the knowledge that you possess. So this is possible also, because this is turning away from, and this is the book. So it's possible, maybe you don't want to know certain secrets. They are clear to you, but you don't want to know them. If this is on our professional field, it's like we turn away from the knowledge that we have for some reason. Maybe we need, because we have the coffin here, maybe we need some time to relax our mind, and we turn away from the knowledge we have to relax ourselves in some areas of our life. Here also, as I said, the snake is a secret love affair. Here we see this here again. These persons hide things from each other. Maybe one has an affair, maybe one has not. But this is some secrets going on here. It's possible also that you, in another way, that you turn yourself into books for getting more to know about certain things regarding relationships, or certain secrets that you want to know more in certain fields. This is what it means also. If you are in the herbal fields, this could also, since we have the tree here, the bear, since we have the snake here, this could also point to a knowledge about herbs. So if you're involved, maybe as a sideline, you have a strong interest in that field, like herbal medicine. Maybe this is pointing to that here. If not, this points to a very strong academic career or a very strong focus on your ambitions. You still want more knowledge, even though maybe for the moment you feel a little bit less energetic. If you are still studying, this points to that you are a diligent student. You want to achieve. If you want to become a teacher, a professor, or something in your profession, you can, because this points to a very strong focus in this field to become yourself, to become independent and going your own way. But all this is now in a transformation period. It's yet to come. Then we have the book and the woman in itself. Again, this is a person who's, I mentioned this already, there's a lot of education here. This woman also, it points that she will discover a secret, something that has been hidden for her. She will get to know a secret. Maybe she will get to know also more about herself, about her independent side. Maybe she's longing for more independence as she reads another book, and this book opens something for her. It reveals something to her mind. So this is possible here also. There's a strong feminine side here on this person also, even though she's very strong person. Then we have the man, the moon, and the coffin. It's possible that this man, then the man in itself, he blocks his emotion, because it's like his emotions and his feelings are literally in the coffin. So maybe he don't want to show no emotions for now, for some reasons. Maybe his emotions and his feelings are attached to another person, but it's like he don't want to show. He keeps everything to himself. He keeps it literally in the coffin, in his mind. He hides. So maybe he don't want. There's some things that he hides. Like here, the coffin is dark. There's a dark side on it. Something is hidden here. It's possible also that this person, if you are a man, that you have, we saw this here already here earlier, you need some rest sometimes. Sometimes you are aware that you need some time off, that you need to take a break. It's possible that your mind is very active at night. So if you would be a writer, your mind would be very active at night. Sometimes you will feel emotionally upset also if you're a man. There's a lot of feelings going on. People think there's nothing going on with you, but there is. But the problem is it's all hidden. You cannot bring it out, or you don't want to bring it out. There's a lot of emotions going on here, a lot of feelings, but it's hidden. It's all in the box. It's all hidden here. If you are a man, it's possible also this points to you spend a night with another person here. This is possible here also with this combination. Then we have the moon and the coffin on itself. There's a sadness here going on. There's a sadness from both parties if we see it like that. The woman is sad and the man is sad also. The woman, she acts strong. The man is more emotionally ambivalent here, I would say. But for both there is a sadness going on. Sometimes in relationships it's like that. If certain things change, transform in the relationship, it brings some sadness, especially if these are heavy transformations. Both of them put something to rest, maybe to an end. Some parts are ended here. It's also possible that it's emotionally very strong for both parties. After this period here that is going on here, there will become, for both parties, they will become more clarity. Then we have the cross. We have the mice, the book, and the coffin. As we said here, mice and the book. It's the book, the coffin, yeah. The mice, the book. As I said earlier, this is the same combination. This is accountancy, and sometimes here, in a way, it can point to money. Not everything. If you have maybe here opportunities are offered to you for make unofficial money, because the coffin is unofficial money also. So this is possible, or it's possible if you earn unofficial money that this becomes less, because the mice sometimes give less. So it's possible here also, if you have unofficial money coming to you, it's less now than before. If you are still a student, it points to exam stress here. If you are older and you want to improve yourself, you want to go higher up in the chain, it's possible that this causes you stress. Maybe you feel like you have lack of knowledge, maybe, but it might be just a feeling here. Maybe you feel less, maybe before you notice as yourself that you are a sharp person, you're very sharp-minded, but maybe for now, for the moment, your mind is not so sharp here. The mind can be less sharp. If you study, you will study hard, because the coffin can be very transforming, and you have the snake there also. So the study has a transforming effect on you. Even sometimes things are slowed down and we think we don't improve, but we actually do. Sometimes our mind needs time for digesting the information, as we say. It's like the knowledge it's like it's going in a transforming period here. It's like it's yeasting to come out after. This is what it means, this combination. Like the information is not lost, it's coming slower in, it's transforming for coming out later and be a creative part of your life. Here also, this means painful truths come to you. I don't mean physically, but this could mean painful truths are coming to you. You discover secrets. In another way, if you are in the exam, this is meaning that you will stop studying for now. You will stop studying, you probably get the degree, but for now, the study ends. The study transforms in something else. In some cases also, for in another field of work, this could literally mean accountancy, but it could also mean that other forms of education here are possible. Educations that are more related to, I would almost say here, this is like a person who works for the police and who investigates how the situation is went with the corpses that he need to investigate, like a doctor who do medical examiner for that. It's possible also that is the field that you are connected in. This can point to a medical examiner here. Then we come to the other cross here, the man, the book. We already mentioned that is this person is educated. Then we go to the book and the bear. This person is also very strong, convinced about his own knowledge. He knows what he's talking about. If you are a man, be careful that some things are not taken away from you. I don't mean exactly stolen, but taken away from you. You have a strong, if you're a man, you have a very strong knowledge, a very theoretical and practical knowledge, both knowledges. Maybe you don't share all the things that you know. The knowledge is very substantial, but it's possible that you don't share everything with others that you know. So, Capricorn, for the stone group, this is all for now. I hope you enjoyed this card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If this reading don't fit you at all, check the other 3 videos on the channel. I'm sure one of the 4 will fit you. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and we see each other maybe next time. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye for now. Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to the matches or the fire group for the month of September 2021. Before we start, I want to mention that starting 27th of September, Mercury is running retrograde, meaning if you need to sign contracts, agreements, things that require your autograph, it's not wise to do so starting 27th of September. This period goes to 18 October. So at that time, it's wise not to sign any agreements, contracts, if you are able to avoid so. Maybe after, if you sign the contracts, you have regrets, you want to get out of the contract and you cannot anymore, or the contract is not solid, or something is wrong with the contract in general. Also, you will notice that the traffic is delayed, you are delayed yourself, you come late in an appointment or several appointments, the public transport is slower, news that we see in the media is not correct. Things like that often happen with Mercury retrograde. But the most important thing is that you try to avoid to sign any contract between the period I mentioned. If for some reason you're obligated to do so and you have no other choice, double, triple check the fine print for avoiding any problems in the future. But my advice to you would be not to sign any contracts during these periods. Also, it's not a good period for buying new applications like any machinery for your house, laundry machines, microwaves. Maybe some small details are wrong with them, or the device itself, it's wrong delivered to you, things like that. Just be careful in that area. It's best not to buy devices also in that area, especially the ones with long warranties or something like that. So here we go now, Capricorn, for your card reading for September 2021. As your first personal card here, we see stability. So maybe for yourself now, you feel a strong period for getting some foothold, for getting your feet on the ground. Maybe you feel a little bit more that everything around you is moving a little bit slower, or you yourself is moving a little bit slower. Maybe there's some reasons that you move slower. Maybe you feel a little bit under the weather. Maybe you don't feel yourself the last days. But as we see, the last card here is the clovers, and that's the best card of the deck. It will improve by the end of the month if you would feel a little bit under the weather. So now we go into more details for the matches or the fire group. So the anchor and the clouds, it's possible also that for now you don't exactly know where your focus is. It's like you have difficulties on concentration, focusing yourself. It's possible in the area where you live. In another point of view, the weather conditions are a little bit severe. Maybe there's bad weather in the area in this month where you are staying. There's storm on the beach, storm on the sea, or the weather is in general is not very well. This is also something and sometimes also the weather reports that we receive are not reliable. So it's best to rely on your own knowledge, your own feelings. And if the weather forecast is incorrect, rely on yourself, because maybe sometimes the information that we receive is not correct also. If it's related to your job, sometimes it might be difficult to proceed in your job. You have difficulties in your job. It's difficult to persevere. There might be, it's like it might be difficult for you to hold on to things because it's not unclear. You don't know exactly where you need to go, and some routines in your life may bother you. Maybe you think in the future for picking up some education for personal growth in your life. Maybe that is what playing in your mind. Maybe you're stuck already in a certain situation in your life. If you would pick up studying again, or you're planning to further your education, this will have very good results for you for growing as a person financially and also mentally. So I would not be afraid if you're doubting about a step in that direction. That would be a wise decision. If you're stuck in a situation and if you are tired of your certain conditions or daily routines, and you're finding that you have no progress in a certain job that you are fixed in, maybe you can focus on an education to bring you further in life. Then we have the clouds and the book on itself. if you do certain studies or some certain educations, if you're planning, you need to be careful here that some people don't steal things from your field of knowledge, because this something sometimes also points to plagiate. So you need to be careful with that, that things, people don't steal your knowledge and copying it. So this is possible also. This is what we have here also. It's possible if people share some information with you about education or in your field of work, that you're questioning their authority. Maybe you're so evolved in your job that you sometimes know better than the expert. But the problem is maybe you have lack of certain fields in your life, or a certain lack of education, and you cannot force these so-called experts for undermining their knowledge. So this is possible also. You question certain authorities that bring you certain qualifications or some things like that. You know, there are hidden facts here if it's related to your job. Maybe if you follow a certain education for now, it's like you have the feeling that these people don't reveal everything, that there are hidden facts. Or maybe you experience the education as not everything is revealed. There are some misunderstandings, or you feel that the information there shared with you is not always correct. Also, this can point, if you disagree with traditional study fields, that you are learning yourself. You're an autodidact. You teach yourself to come up higher in life. This is possible here also for getting further in your life. If there are certain secrets coming to you, or certain secrets would be revealed to you, it's possible that this makes you a little bit scared. It's possible that you get scary feelings here for some reasons. Then we go in the second line, we have the dog, the woman, and the tree. I'm assuming here this is the central card, so the person is very important. This now is a woman, but you can place yourself as a man there also, since this is a neutral card. This could point to a very stable person, a person who's solid, who works, who operates in certain boundaries, don't cross that boundaries. Also, this person is firmly rooted. This would apply to you as a person then. This person would also be quite friendly, loyal. It's possible also, if you do some form of education, that you need to ask permission, because the dog is asking permission for improving yourself. So the dog is asking permission. So it's possible that some fields that you in your life, you need to ask permission. If you do so, you have the clovers here, and you doubt about you're going to get the permission, you will get the permission, because the clovers is the permission, and this is the growth. So if you need to ask permission for certain fields in your life, or for certain problems to solve, the answer will be positive on that. You will get the permission. You will get approval for the things that you need to do. Maybe you need to ask this permission to a woman, because the woman is here in the middle. If you are a man, maybe you need to ask permission to a woman. If you are a man, it's possible that you need to ask permission in general. Then we have the woman and the tree on itself. The woman, this points to a stable woman, a woman who's rooted well. This could be also a woman that is fairly close to nature. She's very rooted. Maybe she likes nature, this person, maybe it's you. She could be quite spiritual, not necessarily religious, but spiritual. Also spiritual knowledge is there. Maybe this person is a spiritual advisor, since the knowledge is there. She can work in the medical field, or in alternatives fields for healing people. This person can also be a little bit quiet, calm, well educated, and she has certain things she wants to reach in her life. She feels grounded, and sometimes in some fields maybe she's a little bit inflexible. She's a down-to-earth pragmatic type. Then we come in the last line here. We have the ring, the fox, and the clovers. If the fox, because we have both cards here, I don't see the man here in the relationship, but I'm assuming here there's another partner involved. If we have the fox there, we need to check out the relationship thorough. It's like we need to investigate our relationship. if we have a partner, we need to see that everything is literally in the hook. Maybe some things are going on here that you're not aware of. I'm not saying there is cheating, but you need to see that all fields are clear in the relationship for you, because the fox tells us we need to investigate. Like, we need to be a little bit like a police officer and investigate. We need to see if everything in our life with partnerships is outbalanced and there are no tricky or dark sides, because the fox tend to operate between dusk and dawn. So he operates a little bit in a secret way. So maybe everything in the relationship you have with a certain partner is not totally clear. So we need to go a little bit deeper in this relationship, since the ring is next to it. Maybe if you are already aware of this situation, you feel a form of suspicion. We don't put genders here, it applies on both, because the central card is a neutral card. So it's possible you are a man or a woman, or as a man, you are currently a little bit suspicious. It's like you feel suspicion in the relationship. On another field, here, if this points to a job and you're applying for a job, or you want to apply for a new job, this combination offers opportunities with good results, because this could be the contract, this is the job, and this is the result. So this would give you, if you want to change and maybe you need to educate yourself in this new profession to come, the results will be positive. So if you educate alone and you stay with your current job, which might not be a good idea, if you're ready to move out, but if you are applying for a new job, the results could be positive also, and you can improve yourself more. The same again, you could grow more by getting more knowledge in the field that you are want to pursue. Here, this points, I mentioned this earlier, if you sign a contract that you discover afterwards, there's a clause in the contract that you did not foresee. So that's why I told you in the beginning of the lane, be careful with that for commitments that you make, because maybe there's something in the contract that you overlooked, or people want to put something in the contract that is in their self-interest. So see if you make a contract that it's in your self-interest, not in the interest of the other parties. Look at yourself, because the fox takes care of himself. So see if others make a contract with you, that the contract is as you want it, not as the other party wanted. This is what we see here also. We need to take care of ourselves and our own future here. But the contract in itself here, if all is settled out, this will be positive, a positive change if you work out the details. It's possible also that there is several things going on here, multiple things going on here, or something that serves a double purpose here that we see here. If you have certain connections out of a job, maybe from before, these connections might be helpful to improve you, because the ring returns, he comes back. So maybe there's connections from before in another job or another field of work, or on something in your education, and these contacts could be as a benefit for you, and the result will be positive here. So this is what we also, this is like, it's like, how do you say, this is like a lucky plan. If you work it out well and you're smart and you make your bet, this could be a lucky opportunity, a very good opportunity. It could be something opportunistic, a promotion even, that comes to you if you would like to stay on your job. But if you want to improve yourself, this is a lucky chance here. Maybe sometimes here also this could point to that you are a little bit too cautious. So if you have made your bet already, no need to be cautious more. If you have investigated all facts, sometimes we need to act and we need to make the decision, because sometimes the ring is difficult to make the decisions. It keeps on balancing us, but eventually we will need to take the decision. But if you take the decision, this is a very fortunate combination. Then we have the anchor, the dog, and the ring here. The anchor and the dog is able to provide us from stability. If this whole confusion is solved, you are actually able to move on and to find stability in a certain friendship. Maybe you have a friend that is very close to you for many years. This relationship is very solid, it's very loyal. I don't know if the relationship in itself, but the friendship that you have, maybe it's with a certain woman, is very stable. It's, if you are a woman, it's possible that you have a very trustful relationship with one certain specific friends that you are already very acquainted with for a very long time. This is what we see here also. It's a friend that we stick to no matter what. This person gives us foothold if we are a little bit confused. This is the person we can go to and we can rely on, and probably it's from both sides, both can rely on each other here. There's a loyalty here to the friends. This friend may be quite routinious. Maybe that's why you feel comfortable with each other. There's a certain bound here that is hanging here. If this is on the relationship field, if you would be married, it's possible that the commitment that you have with your partner, you feel a little bit chained, because this card, the anchor, is very solid. So it's possible that if we are in a partnership, we feel in a way chained to the partner. It's like we cannot get rid of them. I don't see necessarily a divorce here, but you are suspicious or they are suspicious. And maybe the relationship, one of the problems in the possible relationship is that you are too close, chained to each other. It's like maybe you need to release the boundaries a little bit. That could be one of the, because the dog stays in the boundaries of the house, he's committed to the house. So it's possible here that you need to change the boundaries and you need to apply the other aspect of the dog more, go in general public, more mingle, make the relationship more open, release it a little bit, renew it. Then we have the dog and the ring. We already mentioned the friendship here that we have with this friend. This is a long term. If you have your own job, this could be your co-worker. This could be your co-worker or a person who helps you. If a person is close to you on the work, this person is very close. It can represent a co-worker also, somebody we trust in the work. But always also in the work, we need to be careful because the fox is here. I don't want to cause suspicion, but we always need to be careful if we have some plans for something else and we share information. But the person itself, he's somebody commitment, and the friendship is strong. There's a mutual support here. There's solidarity. You can depend on each other. There's like a fellowship here, and maybe you even like each other a lot. That's mostly the case with friends here. Then we have the vertical line here. We have the clouds and the woman. If you are this woman here in the middle or this person in the middle, it would mean that you are in a period of reflection. A lot is going on in your head. You feel maybe it's the time, as I said earlier, that you make things clear in your life. We are a little bit suspicious for the moment. We don't know what to think. Maybe everything is not clear for us with the woman, with us, especially with the fox, everything, and we want to search more. We want to find more. Maybe things in certain relationship or with certain relationships are not in the hook. You are suspicious about that, and that might be the problem here. Maybe also you feel here literally sometimes if things are very confusing for you, you need somebody to talk to. Maybe you want to talk to this friend. If you don't want to share this situation with your friend here, so sometimes also this could point to a counselor, somebody you pay for giving you advice, like any in the field where the problems are. If the problems are financial, psychological, whatever the field is your problems are in, it's possible here that you pay to somebody for helping you out of these problems. It's like you invest in this person because maybe the situation for yourself is not clear for now. But since you have the fox here under you, under the person card, it means you will play it honest, you will be smart, you will see what you are telling to these people. Also for yourself, you will apply integrity here on these people around you. Maybe for now, other people have difficulties to assess you. Maybe you're not so open for now, for certain reasons in your life. You feel less to communicate, you're less open about things that are happening in your life. This is possible here also. Then we have the book and the tree. This can point to that if you maybe alternatively you are in alternative medicine, you have a lot of knowledge about that. This is what this means. If you feel a little bit under the weather for now, it's possible also that you take a checkup, a health exam. This is possible here also, but there's a lot of knowledge here from the natural healing ways. It's like it's in maybe your parents or your grandparents were natural healers because the tree is here. Maybe it's a knowledge that is given to you by generations before you, and you just know things without their actually study it, or you study them anyway. It's like it's in your DNA here. If you are studying more, we saw that already, to move up, this is also very good for this. You are solid. It's a solid down-to-earth education. It's possible here. This is not, things are improving. Sometimes with the tree, we can think that things are not moving, and with the anchor also. So things are going a little bit slow, and the book is quiet and not so fast also. So it's possible that things are moving now, but maybe for you, sometimes they are not moving up. It's not because we think they are not moving, they are not, because they are. The tree, its roots are growing in the ground, so we cannot always see the roots growing. So don't think there is no improvement, because there is, but maybe you cannot see it clearly now. So there is improvement here. We can see this improvement here. What I want to mention here also is the finalization of this. It can take a while because the tree is slow and the book is slow also. So it's possible this is initiated now, but that the actual results or the finalization of this, it will take up to 6 months to a year. If there's something going on in the relationship and the relationship is not so happy anymore with a certain partner, it's possible here also that that there are conversations with another partner. Here we are talking about this partner maybe with getting wishes, these things with another person. It's like a body here, a body that we trust, not necessarily this friend, but it's like a body here that we have confidence in, and maybe there's some rooting, some stronger feelings growing here with this person, and it's in a certain state, but not yet in evolved states. But it's somebody we start to trust slowly. This could mean to happy conversations, conversations who have actually have substantial value for us and for that other person. Excuse me. Here also, if we have certain wishes, that things that we hope for, these wishes could be, because the clovers are here, this will be gradually, the cards tell you here that it will be gradually accepted. You actually here you get the green light for that. If you are in commitment or in friendship or in a relationship with another person, because the difficulties maybe difficulties at home, this is a very solid person. This person is very solid. Maybe also he has some forms of education here. This is a solid person. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. If you want here also, there are some, it's possible that there are some physical activities with this person, possible if you would like that. I mean, sexual activities, this is possible also if both parties would agree with that. if you want that, that's a green light for that one also here. There's also it's possible here that this is a person that you actually that was before in your life and who is returning, but actually it's a lucky shot that that person comes back. So it's possible that you know this person from before, and it's like a karmic return. It's something out of, if it's not out of this life, I'm going in the other realm now. For those of you who are not into that, it's fine also. But this is like a person you met, if you are into that, in previous life. You are connected out of previous times. If not, you are connected in this life out of a situation. You are acquainted with this person before. He feels very familiar to you. Sometimes maybe you cannot explain why this person is so familiar to you, but I just explain you the reason why this is so. This person is also quite dutiful. Just see what you're doing here. Be wise about any actions that you undertake. Make sure that you have all the facts before you take any action. Protect yourself, health like in the best ways you can. But anyway, the feeling here with this person is very stable. Then we go on the cross, the anchor, the woman, and the clover. So as I said, this is a very stable person. We already mentioned this all. This person is very stable. We just go in the clovers and the woman here. This person, the woman here, if this is the woman in you, or the man here, it's you. You are, sometimes you feel a little bit lighthearted. You feel sometimes also maybe you take some risk. Maybe you buy some lottery tickets. Sometimes you're a little bit carefree. Maybe for now, that could be for the moment. It's good, like a momentarily thing here that you have. Also, it's possible that you feel a need for having some joking around you, for relaxing. Maybe you do something with that. You like that people tell jokes. It relaxes you. Maybe for the moment now, because things are in some areas of your life are heavy, you want to be less serious in other areas of your life. You want to relax for a while. Then we have the book, the woman and the ring. So here we see that the person here in the middle, he don't share everything, he don't tell everything, he keeps secrets. Also some truths will be discovered. This person in the middle here, he will discover secrets. Also this points sometimes to a modest person with his knowledge. He has a lot of knowledge, but he will not show this knowledge. Even though the knowledge is academic, he will not show it. He will keep it. He acts simple. It's like he's a learner of life also. He learns his whole life. He's willing to learn whole life. Some truths will be discovered here. This is then the marriage in itself, but we already discussed that something is going on there with the marriage. It's possible also in the relationship, in a way, there's some dependentship here. There's some dependentship here in a way. Maybe it's possible that you are planning or you are doing some business together with a partner. That is possible, because the contract sometimes don't only point to a marriage, but sometimes also it literally points to a business contract that we have. If you are in an involved, in a more involved stage, also this could mean that somebody literally offers you a ring, a physical ring that is. Maybe you want to keep that secret, but this person would be ready to give you a ring, and maybe it shocks you a little bit and you want to keep this secret. But it's sure that we met this person before, as I mentioned here in the previous line. It's possible that you met this person before and the relation goes in circles. The relation goes in circle because the ring is round. The ring is round. It's like you seem always to come back together, and it's kept secret like that. Maybe you both have different cultural experiences. That is possible here also. there's a business, and maybe a love relation, both here with another person. So, Capricorn, for the matches group, this is all for this month. I hope you enjoyed this card reading. If this card reading didn't fit you at all, please check out the other 3 card readings. Thank you for doing so. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you like, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for doing so, and see you maybe next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.